Druids aren't any good with wraiths.
Oh, suppose you're better.
Shut your gob. He's better than any. That's a witcher there. Listen, it's our arena. We got a wraith that haunts it. Damned if we know how to drive it off. Do you think you could manage?
This wraith, I can probably manage it. Need the details.
What do you want to know?
What kind of an arena is this?
It's an arena, like any other.
The custom was for the best warriors to clash here. Speaker of bouts were famous all across Skellige.
Then one day a wraith showed up.
How did you know?
Told you. He's a witcher. A cunning man. He knows these things.
Know anything about this specter? When did it first appear?
My granddad told me. His granddad said the wraith was called Ulle the Unlucky. Lost every bout he entered, yet always recovered from his wounds. Ulle weren't even able to die like a man.
Till one day, Jarl Thormar called a tournament in the arena. In those days, they drew lots to choose their foes, and the Jarl drew Ulle the Unlucky. Jarl was cocksure he'd win, so he mocked Ulle, ridiculed him till all in the stands were crying with laughter. Finally, he raised his arms in triumph, and that's when Ulle, who couldn't take it no more, stuck a dagger in his back.
As he died, Thormar cursed Ulle. May ye lose again and again for centuries on end. That's what he said. Ever since, Ulle's haunted the arena, looking for a fight and getting a few.
Mean there have been those who've tried to defeat him?
You kidding? Everyone's beating him. Poor bugger keeps coming back, though. Can't organize no normal fights precisely 'cause of that.
All right. Could try my hand at driving away this specter. Not for free, though.
Get it done, and we'll pay you the champion's purse.
And the premium from our earnings to come. Once the fighting begins, after the curse is lifted.
Oh, sure you're not getting carried away there?
A little lie, but fuck it. Witcher gets rid of the wraith. He'll deserve a premium from the earnings, he will.
So be it. One time only, though.
Sounds reasonable. Wait for me here. Shouldn't be too long.
Come to face the ghost of the arena. Don't be shy. I'll defeat Ulle the Unlucky. Just spare me your jabber, your cries of die, wraith, and I shall defeat you, spectre of the arena. I've heard them all 1,000 times. Dreadful sick of them.
You're no typical wraith.
Why not? Because I don't shriek threats and warn you of your death? Well, that's simple enough. Plain bored of that. Besides, I know how it'll be. You'll spit out some insults, pierce me with your sword, and I'll then disappear, only to be back here again in a few days. And it'll be so with those who come after you. Such is my fate. I'm to tarry here till the world's end, losing every fate along the way. But you've not come to chat. Draw it, swing it, get to work, and defeat the ghost of the arena.
Draw your weapon.
Drawing. We'll make it quick. And not too much drama, if you don't mind. I defeated you.
Seems so. Congratulations.
But how? I was to lose till the end of time. What's that? I hear laughter and joyous cries. The clanking of chalices and a voice summoning me to the feast of heroes. You let me win. You freed me. Thank you. The gods be with you.
Farewell, Ghost.
Greetings.
Ghost shouldn't pester you anymore. Drinking meat with his ancestors by now.
I knew you'd manage it. Well, Gunnar, you're winning.
Here.
You bet on it?
Should have seen it. I said you'd pull it off. Gunnar said there weren't a chance. That's why he's got that sheep's arse frown now.
See that frown often, when it's time for me to get paid.
You needn't fret. We're honorable folk here. This is for you.
And remember, you get a cut of the earnings once we get the arena up and running again.
I'll remember that. So long.
Take it! Come and have a chat with me.
swords.
I prefer me trusty axe.
I won in the arena.
Is that so? Big you beat.
Would you like to bet?
Maybe. Let me see what you got. So long.
I've seen a continental here.
Dirty oaf.
Can we talk? Wouldn't happen to play Gwent, would you?
Certainly. I got my first deck, years ago, back in Sintra. Proceeded to teach the game to half of Skellige. Why do you ask? Looking to play?
Yeah, glad to play around.
Lovely. My congratulations. You've a good deck, but it could use a bit of supplementation. Here, take this card.
Thanks.
You've a knack for it. So much so you ought to challenge Krach. I gave him his deck, introduced him to the game. But the pupil has surpassed his master. There's also Grimaced, a vile character, but undeniably talented.
No hope of his return, is there?
Which? Ah! Oi! Step over here!
Heard you calling.
Aye, 'cause I was.
I thank Mother Nature she didn't skimp on my voice, as she did with some others I know. See, one of us, a gill, went mute all of a sudden. No spell or potion helps him. But it is said strong emotions and experiences can restore speech. So I thought perhaps you might. I'll pay you, of course. Give you an excellent Gwent card.
Suppose I could try, but I wouldn't even know where to start. You want me to scare him?
Aye, good, good. That should do it. Scare, irritate, whatever you wish, provided you do him no harm. You can usually find a gill near the hallowed oak. Poor man, he's probably praying in his heart for a cure. To battle shoulder to shoulder with Witcher.
Are you the silent druid? Oh yeah. Dumb question. Talking won't get me anywhere. There. Went. Doesn't look like we'll figure much out talk. Tin pots. Stand to make a lot of noise. Maybe give him a smack once he's asleep. Maybe he'll say something if I put out his fire. Hornet's nest. Known to have therapeutic uses. In shock therapy, for instance. Doesn't look like we'll figure...
Piss off already, you! Oh, Dave! Oh, power of silence! 3 years! 3 years! Not a word, not a peep! Until today, you made me break my vow. Happy?
I meant well, really.
Well, it certainly didn't turn out well. Out of my sight, swine!
Ha! Heard him screaming, clear over here. Grand work, Witcher. Your reward, as promised.
How about that? Beard down to his waist and a toddler's sense of humor. Good luck to you. Greetings.
Tavern. A time.
Yearning to play a few rounds of Gwent. That ought to set me straight.
Step aside.
Need more time in the Isles. Build your...
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Far Ipsis. A specialist on djinns. Heard of him? I found a tome he'd penned in the Emperor's library. Far Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
They know what happened to him?
The locals say they last saw his ship off the coast of Hindisfjord. Then a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
So he's probably fish food by now.
Not necessarily. I must learn what became of him.
Why? Do you know him?
No. It's not the mage who interests me. It's his djinn.
You sure this mage actually had a djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Storm wouldn't pose a threat if he'd had a djinn. He could just utter a wish.
Perhaps he had none left, or something unexpected happened.
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
All right, so what exactly do you expect me to do?
You must help me find this djinn. I've no gold to offer in reward, but I shall be ever so grateful.
Since you put it that way, fine, I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
See, you've managed to prepare everything already.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it. Come. The landing's not far. Come. The landing's not far. Yes?
Lead the way.
Just once, you might try to take the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation.
Respect, Witcher.
The ship carrying the djinn sank somewhere in this area.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
All right, let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
No.
Not sure this djinn thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course. Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing. There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer. Assad I Cride Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there. Water warm enough for you?
How's it going?
Yeah, and you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. Snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew that made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up.
Where to now?
Wherever the leads take us.
Say we find the Djinn. What'll you do? Ask for a beautiful house? And a palace? And a queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the Djinn? Or have we moved on to a talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You learn in due course. Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our Djinn's down there. Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Wood's rotted.
Look around, but be careful. Look for something that might indicate it's the mage's ship.
Got something. A Skellige's buckler. Clan Hamai symbols.
Donar's clan.
Donar was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. Beautiful craftsmanship.
What do you have?
A war horn, bearing Clan Hamai symbols. Longship belonged to Clan Djinn. Yen. Doubt any of these boats got a chat. Now that's what I call war booty.
Have you found the Djinn?
No, but I found something that could be just as valuable to me as the Djinn is to you. Got something. A Skellige's buckler. Clan Hamai symbols.
Donar's clan.
Donar was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. A man's skeleton. Somebody pinned his skull to the deck with an axe.
A death worthy of a Skellige.
Clan emblem indicates a Demon man, so he was from Pharaoh.
You're getting better at this.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the Golden Dragon and an avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life, you gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? The chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember, though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me. Something strange about those rocks.
And there's something on the bottom. We'll see what it is.
Silver, pearl-encrusted cutlery. Ship belonged to someone awfully wealthy.
Amos was no pauper. It could very well be his ship. See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I shall cast another spell, to see through your eyes. Now relax. I su foltje bedem ein echte illiveid. That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the teleportation zone.
Always claimed portals were dangerous.
I believe we're on the right track. Look for anything that might contain a Djinn.
Fine, but get out of my eyes. Too cramped in here for us both.
I su foltje bedem ein echte illiveid.
No Djinn here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come back up.
Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
And once we find that, we should find the Djinn.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2... 3.
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this Djinn?
But you already know. A Djinn's power is priceless to a mage.
That I know, but I also want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important. How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a Djinn.
So that's it? This is about my last wish?
You asked that Djinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
Why would you want to do that?
To see what it's like without it. To see if we'll still matter to one another. Or if we'll be like two strangers.
Wondered that myself many times.
You see? We're just a step away from learning the truth. Come, let's search the ship. We should explore the ship.
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the Djinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Djinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life.
I've yet to decide how to word it.
Nothing here. Nothing interesting here. Interesting.
Mystery of mysteries.
Wonder what this
at
means.
Mrs. Glanville.
Nice shoes. Mage must have slept here. The impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them. Elemental Empires by Gian Battista. Blood. Someone was dragged across the deck. War left this mark where the ship suddenly tipped to one side. Yen, think you should see this.
What do you have? It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
Think the Djinn did this to him?
No, it wouldn't attack its master. This looks rather like an unfortunate accident. When the storm broke, Amos must have uttered a wish like, "Take us away, anywhere, to a mountaintop, even." And the Djinn granted the wish literally. They had a hard landing. Amos was thrown off his feet and against the wall. The bookcase did the rest.
Always knew too much studying could kill you. If he died while being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea. Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Summon and tame the Djinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
Tame Djinn, Vrif Kaishta en Gaia, Kaishta et Disglair, Gevired me Castle.
Take it you have a plan.
You must talk to him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
hate you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a Djinn can remove another Djinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free. You are free!
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
We've improved. Last time we tamed a Djinn, we destroyed half of Rind.
Yes, we make a good team. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Djinn might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Ow, what was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. But it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
Maybe we ought to test a few other things. Amos's cabin looked cozy.
Not so fast, Geralt. We'll have plenty of time to visit cozy cabins later. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while. My, it's lovely.
Think the spirits of Skellige favor us. Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima. We must report to the Emperor after all.
Ciri's our concern, and only ours.
At heart, perhaps. But it's not what we agreed with Emir. We must see him.
Awfully loyal to your patron.
He happens to be your patron as well, darling. You do well to remember that. Otherwise he might feel compelled to remind you.
If we gotta, we gotta.
We wouldn't have known Ciri had returned if not for the Emperor and his agents. It's the least we can do. Let's not ruin it by hashing out the details.
I'm going to see the Baron, collect Uma from him, then we'll ride for Kaer Morhen.
I shall join you as quickly as I can.
See you, Yen. Take care of yourself.
Geralt?
So, feel any different after our encounter with the Djinn?
Yes. Now I feel... regret.
Mean to say that...
That I regret we didn't try that earlier. Much earlier.
Think we would have argued less?
Quite the opposite. But the other moments would have been more intense as well. Moments like this.
Ever think about the past? About your time with the Hunt?
At times, I'm amazed we survived. Eridan's not usually one to leave witnesses behind.
That's just it. He didn't. Lost my memory when I escaped the Hunt.
Ah, yes. Your famous amnesia.
You didn't have it?
For a short time only. Once the Emperor's mages got their hands on me, my memory quickly returned.
When the Hunt had you, hope they didn't hurt you.
Even if they did, I've no memory of it. The whole time's but a string of phantom images. Blood and fire. A wild chase through different worlds. All shrouded in fog. Though I do remember you coming for me. Trading your life for mine. I hadn't the chance to thank you then.
You'd have done the same for me.
I'm touched by your certainty. But you've yet to tell me how you escaped them.
Wouldn't mind knowing that myself. There are times I remember rushing forward, Red Riders around me. Next thing I know, I'm in the woods at the foot of Kaer Morhen. That's it. What did Eridan want from you exactly?
The same thing he wanted from you. You don't recall?
Draw a blank on most of my time with them.
We were bait, Geralt. Both of us. Eridan believed Ciri would come for us sooner or later and he would capture her. Fortunately, she didn't fall for it.
How do you go from being the Emperor's hostage to being his ally?
One day, the door of my cell opened, and instead of seeing the usual officer, I saw Emir. He promised to release me and grant me free reign of the Imperial Treasury, provided I did what he asked.
He told you about Ciri, and you accepted his offer. Why?
Shared aims make for strange bedfellows. I knew I had to find Ciri before Eridan did, and if any man had the power and the means to help me, it was the Emperor. Besides, once all's said and done, he is her father.
Why didn't you look for me after you'd recovered your memory and your freedom?
I assumed you would recover quickly and find me first.
You had mages to help you. I was on my own.
Well, not entirely. Besides, I knew you'd fled the Hunt. Eridan would never have let you go. He'd erased my memory, but you escaped. It was wholly possible he hadn't had the chance with you. And there were your Witcher mutations. I expected they'd stave off any serious injury.
Still can't get something.
What?
Found something that might belong to you. That skull some sort of accessory? If so, you've changed your style a bit.
It's a weapon.
Don't remember ever seeing you with that.
It's as you said. I've changed my style.
Thanks, Yen. See you later.
Praise the passing day.
You see the white-haired fellow? Seems dangerous. Got wolven eyes or something.
Lovey,
We served her who was burdened. to toss an axe?
Don't eat so much. Why the spit's out? Because we get hit with gun needs. Who are there? Birthday tomorrow. I've no clue what to give him.
Maybe a nice little axe.
That thoughtful.
Respect, Witcher. Adventure seeker.
Your very names be cursed.
Did you sever his head? Head of a giant on your mouth.
Telling you, Geralt, since you and Hjalmar defeated the ice giant together, I see you as one of our own.
I got the look of a Skellige.
You've got the heart of an Uncrate.
You ever play Gwent?
Ha! Ermion taught me the rules and gave me a deck. Wish to play?
Let's play a quick round.
You're good. Know what, Wolf? I've this rare card here. Take it. It'll be of more use to you.
Thanks.
You might consider challenging a man in Caertrolda village. A worthy adversary, though a mere tailor. Justas his name.
Brand those swords.
Taverns
of balls of
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman.
Can you swing an axe? Who are there, Witcher? You looking for work?
Whoa! Come on, Roach.
Just tell Jarl. He's in charge.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm swinging it ain't.
Hemdall watches over Clan Clearsech. Blood'em.
Greetings.
Smooths.
You a tailor?
I am.
Any chance you...
Oh,
I'm ready.
Bravo.
Hey, Schuster. Gladly look at...
Wise.
So long.
Come see me again sometime.
I know you. Ow!
Giddy up.
Verbena, lovage, chamomile.
Well, my dad's off fighting the Black
You looking for work?
Blooms are late. There are very few bees. Fierce frosts we had this winter.
You're not growing any younger, Grimmest. You must pass your
Leave me
knowledge on.
be, will you? I'm no trout that must get to its spawning ground. I shall do what I please. Now leave me be.
Yes? What do you seek?
Kind old geezer I just saw you talking to. Who was he?
One of our circle. Grimmest. An exceptional alchemist. But a stubborn mean ass.
Well, been around sorceress is my share. Long enough to know that with great enlightenment comes even greater arrogance.
But sorceresses welcome apprentices, am I right? Not Grimmest. So many formulae in that head. So many methods of ingesting and absorbing lethal toxins. But he'd rather take them to the grave than share.
Maybe he'll make an exception. Share them with me.
As likely as mistletoe sprouting from right here.
Want to talk to you.
But I do not wish to speak. Leave. You distress me.
I want you to share your knowledge. Teach me alchemy.
You? My apprentice? That's rich. While you're at it, why did you ask Uderic if he'll share Spickerog with you?
I'm serious.
That's so. Don't make me laugh. I've devoted my life to alchemy. Son, literally. Spent countless days and nights with nothing but alembics, choking on fumes, scorching my skin with acids. If you think I'll simply portray to you what I learned through years of sacrifice and toil, then you're mistaken. Deeply.
I'd be a good student.
Doubtful. You can't even grasp the simple notion that I want you to leave. Though I am preparing to perform a rather tricky ritual. So I could use some help. Even yours. I require 3 favors. Do them for me, and I shall accept you as my apprentice.
Well, well, there's a way after all.
Get off your high horse and listen. First, you must bring me a pimpernel from the Muskogan forest. Second, I need a bottle of spirit from the old distillery on Hale Hill. Finally, convince Fritjof to help me perform the rite. He's a druid like I am. You'll find him near Blandarer. I believe he's there on a matter of some import. So, what will it be? As you...
This...
A Vedamaker.
All right.
If you...
Thick, leathery leaves, rough
Blooms are late, and there are very few bees.
Oi, Witcher! Got an offer for you.
That caught a turn.
Once I begin, you must...
You Fritjof?
That's right. And what do they call you, Witcher?
Me? Drifter, stranger, mutant. Sometimes even by my name. Geralt of Rivia.
A man with a sense of humor. I like that. Well, what can I do for you, Geralt of Rivia?
Gremist wanted me to summon you. Need you to help him perform a ritual.
A ritual? Will this one stop him from being a mean old goat? I would go see him for old time's sake, but I've more important matters on my mind. Look about you. The ground. See how dry it is. It's not rained for weeks. The grass in pastures is withered. Sheep are starving. I must bring rain, but fear that... Wait just a moment. Perhaps you could help me.
How? I'm a man of many talents, but manipulating the weather's not one of them.
I have in mind a different skill involving your sword. You see, Mother Nature dislikes it when you take something from her by force. She will defend herself. So fiercely, in fact, that I could use a defender myself. What do you say?
Sure, I'll help. Provided you go see Gremist afterwards.
Agreed. Now follow me. Time for a little storm.
Animal sacrifice?
Should we burn folk at the stake as they do on the continent? Better a sacrifice of goats and sheep, I think.
Skuka Svarm Fatna Hala!
It's starting.
Blotter Himmel, Blotter Moiler, Flacker of Blister!
Storm, damn it.
I've not managed a storm that fine for ages. Did you see the drops? The size of eggs.
A little busy tending to the foglets. They weren't small either.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, they always emerge. But perhaps that's for the best.
For the best? Why?
If manipulating the weather carried no risks, it'd not give me peace. Make it rain, make the sun shine. Some would want storms, others a sea calm as a pond frozen over. This way folk petition me only when their need is great, not because they've had a whim.
I get it. There are times I wish I didn't have to chase this necker or that drowner. Will you go see Gremist now?
With pleasure. After a storm of those proportions, I should gladly have it to help him with his ritual. Till then.
Witcher! Got an offer for you.
What's going on? Someone hit you?
No, quiet. Or she'll hear.
Who'll hear?
My beloved, beautiful as the morn and sweet as linden honey. Her grace, so delightful.
Don't seem all that delighted to me. Where is this beloved of yours?
There in the depths, sleeping. But don't wake her by the gods!
Oh, my sweetheart. Fresh and scrumptious. Tell me a rhyme, then you'll get a prize. Or a beating.
You're as lovely as...
As what? As what?
As rotten meat. And you're a monster, and I kill monsters. Bard ran off. Can't say I blame him. Pollen on the leaves still. Someone picked the bloom recently.
Another seeker of Pimpernel.
Another?
Gremist has sent countless young druids into the forest. They emerge drained, with a blank stare, and with no flower. And they never speak of what happened. I've asked Gremist to stop the folly. He looked at me and laughed. But the fun's over. One of our novices, Ramond, has failed to return. I've come to find him, alive or dead.
Listen, you're looking for a druid, I'm looking for a flower. Let's go in together.
Why not? I could use the help of a tracker. Lead the way.
Flower. No petals. Hoofprints, but a biped's. Footprints. Some fresh, others faded, all leading in the same direction.
Oh, no. Oh, stop, please. Haha. Oh, this is great. No, stop. Please. Stop it, that tickles. Two can play this game, you horny goat woman.
Unhand him, hellish creature. Ramond, step away from her.
Ah, calm down. I've not been harmed. I came here.
You don't know what you're saying. She's cast a spell on you.
Nonsense. I need no spell. These boys come here themselves. In fact, I must use magic to drive them away, make them go home. Only Rammond was nice, so I let him stay.
I see through your lies. Your wretched charm won't work on me. I shall kill you here and now, monster!
I don't see any reason to kill her. She's a monster, sure, but a sentient one, and basically harmless.
No such thing. Just as there's no dry water, no cold fire. But if you'll not help, very well. I shall tend to her myself.
I'd advise against it.
I will return, with one who does not carry a sword for show.
Why did you take my side? I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed. I don't generally couple with witches, especially not out of gratitude.
Tell me why not. Is it the scars?
I detest when a man smells of blood. You witches always reek of it. Fiend blood, trot blood, and these are my brethren.
You're right. But unlike fiends and chorts, you...
Have ample breasts and a pretty face. I know. Their lack of these attributes, is that what makes them easy to kill?
It's a bit more complicated than that. But never mind. No means no, I get it. Can't think of another way you can repay me. I'm looking for Pimpernel. You know this forest. Maybe you could help me.
I shall take you myself. And you, Rammond, go pick some more violets. Just the indigo ones this time.
Indigo? You mean blue?
No, indigo is indigo. Men.
Why you need all these flowers?
Nosy, aren't you? Wait and see. Pretty, don't you think? Bellflowers, violets, kingcups, pimpernels. I must pick some edelweiss. Take one, but no more. I've put a lot of work into making this cavern cozy.
Cyclops won't bother me anymore. Can look around peacefully now. Distilling recipes. Parchment's a little faded, but legible. Got lucky. Bit of mash left. Here's where the mash goes, probably. Done. Now to boil the mash. Ought to be enough. Time to cool it down. Well, well. Turns out I'm quite the distiller. Did everything you asked.
Phenomenal, my boy! So, Fritjof, shall we begin?
The sooner the better. We've a long night ahead of us.
The ritual is only for members of the inner circle. Thus, my dear apprentice, you must wait outside. Under no circumstances must you enter. We shall begin your tutelage come morn.
As you wish, Master.
Ha! We'll make someone out of you yet, Witcher. Now off with you! Shoot!
We must have another. That's good stuff.
Aye, as the base from Mosh Gordon. And Spirit from Hail Hell. Good times, Fritjof. Good times. Finally, something other than damn potions and transmutations.
Guess the ritual's not over yet.
Gerd, I thought I told you to stay outside. Only turds in the inner circle.
Circle Smirkle, let the boy have some fun. He's earned it.
Fine. Pour yourselves on. Gerd, let the lessons begin.
Drink hard and study hard. I like the idea.
Yeah. I call it stimulation and assimilation. First you stimulate, and then you assimilate. Shut down. Right. Let's start with ingesting toxins. Best approach, practice makes perfect.
I've practiced a lot already. Good thing.
I'll make learning my secret method easier. Look, you take the potion like this, and gulp.
Who said old age is a burden?
What do you want?
Got anything to...
I do.
Gwent. Ever play the game?
If your question is, would I be interested in playing you? The answer is simple. No.
Afraid of losing? I understand.
Very well. I draw your deck. Win. And I'll give you my best card. You won. I believe you're ready to challenge Madman Lugos. I do wonder if he'll agree to play you for his Katakan.
Bees are lit. There are very few bees. Fierce.
Swords on his back. What'll they think of next?
I wanted to surprise you, but since you asked, Maida's off fighting the head soup.
Dad's gonna kill me. And then he'd kill Howard.
Your dad's not going to do anything. Would you like to stay?
Respect, Witcher.
Friends we show heart, foes we show our backs.
Well, what is it?
Just out of curiosity, why do they call you Madman?
Yeah! That's why.
Two clans on one island. Tough to be neighbors so near each other?
A neighbor is one who lives nearby, not one who stole half your home. The Oncrate seized our lands.
In the days of Harold the Cripple. That was 3 centuries ago.
Doesn't change the fact they had no right. I'll rid Art Skellig of Crack and his brood yet.
Gwent. Know the game?
The gulls shed off cliffs. Let's see your duck. It's been a dull day. We'll play for my catacomb.
Show me what you can do.
Dying to gut ye. But then, they'd say Lugos had gone even madder. Take my catacomb and sod off.
Greetings.
What do you want? The mood.
How about a few... Wouldn't mind a...
So be it.
Take care now.
Uh-huh.
This is a terrible creature.
What's that? Gotta come back tomorrow.
Rare indeed to get an